Welcome back to Cheesehead TV. Join us as we go all across Wisconsin, visiting some Packers legends and touring their awesome Packers shrines, hosted by yours truly, Wyatt G. Make sure y'all stick along for this journey, and remember, go Pack Go.
Test. 1, 2, 3, test.
Welcome back to Cheesehead TV. I'm your host, Wyatt G. I'm here with a dear friend of ours,
Ivan Lars, how are you doing?
Ivan, it's a pleasure having us in your garage. Now, we're back on the road going all across Wisconsin, visiting super fans' houses like Ivan's or super garages, right?
Yeah, super garage, that's what it is.
Now, you have a super garage here. There's a lot of cool items in here that you've collected over the years. Yeah. Shall we dive right on in?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's go. What do we have here?
Well, we have Paul Kaufman, an incredible tight end for the Green Bay Packers back in the 80s. William Henderson, Bubba Franks is on there, Marcus Anderson, Donald Driver's on the other side. There's a lot of players on that helmet. There we have Christian Watson, which I received back in the day. Oh, and I got an autographed picture from somebody too. I won in a raffle as well, so that was pretty cool. And then Aaron Jones, which I got my hands on this past year, but I love this because you can see Aaron's passion again. He's got Dallas Still Sucks. Bart Starr, Jerry Kramer, Don Makowski, Sterling Sharp is on that football.
So some real big names on that one right there.
Absolutely. I was at Sterling Sharp's Hall of Fame induction, so that was the Green Bay Packer Hall of Fame. Leroy Butler signed bottle of Leap vodka. Best vodka to have with those Bloody Marys, by the way. I got a Romeo Dobbs mini helmet, John Brockington. Then I have that from Rashawn Gary up there as well. So.
And that's the thing, a lot of people might not know about with Green Bay and the community around it. On game days, a lot of these party houses around the stadium have auctions where you can literally put money in and get items like this. Yep. And they usually use those proceeds all towards a good cause. That's just Green Bay, the community around it. And there's a lot of houses and people that do this.
And I could, especially if I could give a call out to Tom Burns and the Green Bay house and his wife Erin. They do an incredible work every year with Sierra and Delta.
Look at this incredible table. What is the story with this?
This table was made by a good friend of mine, Brandon, at Slabbed by B. He personally built this on the players that I wanted from my generation that I absolutely loved. He can do it for anybody, right? He can take any team, any players, anybody, and put them in a table for you.
What are some of like the crazy relationships you've built with players and some of the stories that have transpired from that?
There's been a lot of players. I was in the restaurant business for a while. You know, I got to know Donald Driver fairly well. I got to know Nate Wayne. Monday night, Nate Wayne, Dorsey Levens, Antonio Freeman. They're really down to earth. Most people, right? And you understand that.
Yep.
You just got to treat them with respect.
Aaron Rodgers, Bart Starr, Brett Favre. Who are you starting? Who's bench and who's cut?
Bart Starr is a 5-time world champion.
So you're starting him, right?
Well, I'm starting him.
So who's getting the bench and who's getting cut between Rodgers and Favre now?
What child would you get up for adoption?
Yeah.
That ain't happening. Favre would get cut. Rodgers would be on the bench.
There's a lot of different.
I got here an autograph from Brett Favre here to me.
How do you get that? Like, okay.
Well, that one I got from
raffle or like is this actual encounter?
Yeah. This was an encounter. Yes, I have that up there. I have from Tim Harris. Remember the Dumble Guns, Tim Harris?
I think that's a Mama Sue lesson right there. I don't know about all that now.
Yeah. He had the double guns, but he used to do the guns when he'd do a sack. James Jones.
Yeah, James Jones.
I won that in a raffle, but I love it. I love James Jones. I think he's a class act.
I met him in the bathroom one time at the new hotel across from Lambeau.
What?
All right, now you have an incredible shirt. That's one of one.
One of one. I don't think many people have this. If they do.
Explain it. What's going on with the shirt?
So I was at a bowling event with Alan Rossum and Nate Wayne. I asked the players to sign some negative things to me. So, you know, you have Dorsey Levens said to you bastard. Donald Driver said I sucked. Nate Wayne called me short and fatty. I don't think many people have an autographed shirt that has bad things written to you. Everybody always wants, hey, you know, to my best friend or to the great guy. I asked them to sign it to me negatively, and they did. I remember Dorsey Levens smiling, going, okay, you wrote it.
How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers?
I think he's an incredible Packer. I think he's going to be an incredible Packer. I'm patiently waiting for him to come home.
What is your favorite item here in your man cave?
My favorite item?
Yep.
It's my football signed by Bart Starr.
Now, being with a Green Bay resident, living so close to the stadium, you've gotten to create a lot of relationships, you've had a lot of stories. You told me you actually lived on Shadow Lane right across from Lambeau Field.
Yep.
What was that experience like, and what were some of the craziest stories from that?
Growing up there as a kid, There was a lot of drinking back in the 80s. The Packers were not good.
Yeah, no, they weren't. Nothing in the 80s, no.
So it was a lot of
70s.
disappointment. They would open the doors at halftime. You could just walk in. It was insane. It was different than it is today.
Very.
But everybody was still there. Everybody was still a Packer fan.
I have a ton of friends that I've met over the time, just as of recent too, really getting into Instagram and meeting people like Brandon, meeting people like Tom, and really getting to meet some really good people out there.
See, and that's the one thing when I go back to talking about everything within, doing this Green Bay stuff and just doing what we do is meeting people like you.
Yep.
Like, we've known each other for most of the season.
Yep.
We've all been really cordial with each other, and I think that's my favorite part, is because no matter what, whenever I see you in the parking lot,
Yep.
hey, how you doing?
You're a good guy, man.
Just say
Appreciate it.
hi. Like, that's the best part, is when you get to go up here week by week and see this people that you really know and cherish and value.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Love of Green Bay. Now love is bringing the love to Green Bay once again.
Jordan Love is the man. Just put that down again. Cement this, because 10 years from now, everybody's going to make some apologies for all the crap they ran before that.
Now, do you have any final messages, Ivan, for the people out there?
So being a Packer fan is, you don't get to come and go with it, right? You don't get to let go of it and come back. I think a lot of professional teams, and you can see it in their stadiums, you can see what happens. And by the way, they put out that little survey about the best teams, right? Green Bay ranked number 3.
Saw that.
Ownership ranked what? A+.
What do you expect?
Thank you. I'm an A+ owner, so I appreciate that.
And the fans out there saying, oh, the fans don't own the team.
Yeah.
What do you got to say about that?
Well, listen, if your team and you're a big fan was selling stock and making you an owner, don't tell me you wouldn't buy it.
I just want to say thank you everyone so much for watching, checking out this video, and especially thank you to Ivan for inviting us in his own home.
Thank you.
If you guys want to check out more fan house tours, interviews, stuff like that, like, subscribe, go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go.